Welcome back, everyone. You are enjoying another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you by a Tale 2 hygienist in partnership with Elevate Oral Care. And now, please welcome your host, Tom Viola.
Hi, I'm Tom Viola, a certified pharmacist, dental educator, and author. Stick with me, and I promise to make the next few minutes the best pharmacology learning experience you've ever had. Hi everyone, Tom Viola from Pharmacology Declassified. We get another Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition. Well, we're going to shift gears a little bit in our discussion of pain management and now strictly focus on opioids. There's a lot to talk about with opioids. There's a lot to talk about with the opioid epidemic, and I would love to rattle off numerous statistics about where we are with the opioid epidemic in the United States and abroad. But this is Fast Facts Pharmacology. And notwithstanding all of those statistics, I thought it would be a good idea to focus on the pharmacology of opioids, because with greater understanding of how opioids work would come perhaps a greater appreciation of what they can do and what they can't do and what they shouldn't be used for at all. So let's start off with the most serious adverse effect of opioids. What is it about opioid analgesics that makes them so deadly? Well, if you caught that, you heard me say opioid analgesics. Now, that's the first point of our discussion. We're not talking about strictly opioids here, because in the practice of dentistry, we really don't use straight opioids. Some oral surgeons prescribe, hydrocodone or oxycodone tablets, but the majority of dental professionals that prescribe opioids for odontogenic pain prescribe opioid analgesics. Okay, well, most opioid analgesics that we use in dentistry are really combination products. They contain an opioid and a non-opioid ingredient. So if you ask me what was the most serious adverse effect of an opioid analgesic, well, it'd be easy for me to say respiratory depression, because we all know that opioids in large doses can cause respiratory depression. But since opioid analgesics contain an added ingredient, typically a non-opioid and most likely acetaminophen, then I'd have to be concerned that if you're taking a high enough dose of an opioid analgesic such that the opioid component of that analgesic is causing respiratory depression, then I would imagine that dose of that tablet contains a dose of acetaminophen that's high enough perhaps to cause liver disease. So it's not just a respiratory depression, as much as the potential hepatotoxicity that can occur from taking opioid analgesics in high doses. Well, why would I take them in high doses? Well, that's the nature of opioids, right? We know that opioids are dangerous because they cause tolerance. And tolerance to the effects of opioids means that over the course of time, you'd have to take them in higher and higher doses. Well, that's fine. If that's what tolerance causes, then we should just not take those higher and higher doses. But you can't, because opioids are so addictive. The dependency occurs rapidly. And that means, you've got to take higher and higher doses. And eventually you take a dose high enough that can cause respiratory depression. And if it's an analgesic with a non-opioid ingredient like acetaminophen, concomitant liver injury. So that's the state of the union, if you will, with opioid analgesics. In our next episode, we're going to talk about what they mean to dentistry and how we are going to prescribe them appropriately for the management of acute odontogenic pain. Until then, my friends, this is Tom Viola saying have a good day every day and be well. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to hear more from me, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or visit my website at www.tomviola.com.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you in part by Elevate Oral Care, creators of the innovative and proven prevention-focused oral care products, from Advantage Arrest Silver Diamine Fluoride to Fluoramax Sodium Fluoride Varnish. Learn more by visiting www.elevateoralcare.com and schedule your free CE staff meeting today. We'll see you next time for another Fast Facts.